Hi, Shaw Stars. This is Miss Jones, and I am so excited that I get to see you so soon. I know that this year looks completely different, and you may be nervous, or you may be scared, or you may be excited. But whatever you're feeling, know that Miss Jones and the teachers in this class are here to keep you safe. They're here to love you, and we're going to have such a good year learning and growing and stretching our brains. Parents, I wanted to go ahead and since we don't get to spend a lot of time at our Meet the Teacher or Ice Cream Social when you drop off school supplies, I wanted to go ahead and have this slideshow for you so you know some information about what the year is going to hold and what it's going to entail. If you have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to reach out to me, but just wanted to put this together for you so you had some information in your brains and in your pockets that may help sending your kid to school. Okay. So just a little bit about myself. I recently got engaged to my fiance, Sam Atkinson. We're getting married in November, and this is a picture of us off to the right. And I actually will be getting to change my name to Mrs. Atkinson. So that may be a little tough for some students, but we're going to work through that. It's going to be great. I love to bake and work out and collect sneakers. I have a puppy dog named Hal, and he's the best and loves to go on walks. And many of your students have seen pictures of him. And just needed you to know that I'm so excited to teach your student this year. We're going to have so much fun learning and growing. Miss Stewart has been my instructional assistant for the past 3 years, and she's going to be continuing with her 4th year. So Miss Stewart, I'm sure a lot of you have seen her, but Miss Stewart is like my right-hand woman. She is constantly helping me keep the class running. She's constantly helping students succeed and reach their goals. She will go into lunch. She'll go into specials. She goes into a gen ed class with your student, and she makes sure to keep the ship running. And so we are really thankful that she's coming back and excited for all the things that are going to happen. She has been married to her husband, Jesse, for 20 years. She has 2 sons, Colby and Ashton. Colby is a senior at HAR-BER High, and Ashton is a freshman at Central Junior High. She's lived in Springdale her whole life, and she is looking forward to a new school year with all of your amazing kids. We have both missed you so much, and so we're so excited that we get to come back to school on the 24th. So a little bit about our classroom. Typically you get to come in and you get to see all the fun things. Students, you get to see your names on the wall, and you get to see what your schedule looks like. You get to see all the fun pictures. And I just wanted to show you that our classroom has not changed. Kind of the way you left it in March is what it looks like now. Ms. Jones has just kind of moved some furniture a tiny bit to make sure that we are being safer with our distancing, and we are being safer with how we're sitting and learning. And so it looks very much the same. We still have our classroom that's broken into zones of color. So we have the blue, the red, the orange, yellow, pink, purple, green, and black zone. No zones have been added. And you'll quickly learn. You'll learn your schedule, and you'll learn where you're supposed to go, and get to just sit down and get right to work with all the things that happen in each specific zone. Okay, so scheduling. Much like it was last year and the years before, your student is going to have an individual schedule that has been created for them. So this schedule is a visual schedule, much like the picture off to the right. Each student will have one of these, and we're broken, of course, into zones of color. So if your student has like blue on their schedule, they're going to come to my table. Or if they have purple, they're going to go to the smartboard and do some engaging math or phonics games. So we have lots of stations that allow for students to be more separated and farther apart. And we're going to really utilize our zones to allow students to get some one-on-one instruction, and then utilize those zones to also allow students for break. And so they're going to attend specials, recess, and lunch with their general education peers unless their IEP reflects something different, and then they could go in longer. we're going to utilize a work, break, work system. So we've been doing this in the past for, actually, this is the fourth year we'll be starting it, but your student will have chances to take a break and breathe from all of their hard work. So say your student has been at the blue table with me and the timer goes off, they're going to get to take a hula hoop, and somewhere in their class is an X on the floor. And on that X means that they can put their hula hoop there, sit down, and choose their reinforcer that they've had for the day and take off their mask. And when they're doing that, that means that they are 6 to 12 feet from any other student or any other adult. And so we're really working hard to keep our masks on when we are less than 6 feet from someone. And when we get to take a break, your student will be far enough apart from anyone else in the room that they can take a breather without their mask on. So we're going to really utilize some the space in the classroom to give your student a break and just really reinforce all the hard work that they've been doing. Some important information. I know this school year looks differently. I know that some of you are kind of confused how it works. And so just some important information for all of us to know. So my parents who chose blended option. So this means your student is either coming to school on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or they're coming to school Tuesday, Thursday. And those other days they're doing asynchronous learning, which is remote learning. So your student will have a take-home tab that will have some important resources for math and reading. So if your student is on a blended learning model, they will take it home and bring it to school each day. This tab could include an iPad, their headphones, an ABC chart for sounds and letter recognition, a hundreds chart. It could have letter cards. It could have some blending options for our blending board. There's going to be all sorts of, it could be their sight words. It could be multiplication facts. It could be anything in this tab that we believe is going to be helpful and resourceful while your student is doing asynchronous learning at home. And then I will also be giving you a folder for any work to be completed and brought back to school the next day. I'll make sure to have instructions or an update for you on how your student is doing with their individual goals at the beginning of the week. So my parents who I've had before, this would typically be in their Monday folder and it would be their personal newsletter. I'm going to continue to do that and make sure that I give specific instructions for the work that needs to be completed for the week. So to my parents who have on-site students, which mean your student is coming 5 days a week. You are not on the blended model, so the take-home tab will be utilized if we go remote for any reason. So if Governor Hutchinson were to say, we are going to remote learning in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, you can expect that blended tab will come home. And of course, or that take-home tab will come home, and it will have all of the same things for your student to succeed. Your student will be taught with direct instruction, like our typical years in the past, and all of the learning will still be very specific to their individual goals. So we try really hard to work one-on-one with your student to provide the best education and the best academic growth for your student and their individual IEP goals. And I, too, will make sure to have an update for you on how your student is doing with their individual goals at the beginning of the week, and this will be done through the personal newsletter. Some of my contact information is mjones6@sdale.org. And then you could call Shaw at any time and ask to speak to me, and they will transfer you to me. We also are going to be using Seesaw for communication. The district as a whole has adopted Seesaw. And so I will help you get this set up, and it'll be important that you are on it so you are connected to any information that is necessary to know, or if anything, if you are a blended student, and I can communicate through there with your work if you have any questions, so on and so forth. So it'll be very important for you to get connected to Seesaw, and I can help you with that. Parents, I understand that the decision to send your student to school was not easy. You had several options. You could have chosen any of them, and they all communicate that you love your student. But I wanted you to know that my job as a teacher is to keep your students safe. It is my job to teach them. It is my job to protect them. And then most importantly, it's my job to love your child. And so I wanted to give you some peace of mind that I know the school year may look different, but I do not. I am ready, and my team is ready to meet each of your students' needs individually and where they're at. Our goal for the first couple of weeks is to really zero in and see where they're at academically, kind of if we went backwards some over the summer, really zero in and make sure that we are providing the best academic education for them. But also for the first couple of weeks, we're just going to really love your student. We're going to be excited for them to come to school. We're going to read books together. We're going to play team building games. We're going to do lots of things that remind your students that school is a safe place, that they are loved here, and that the adults in this classroom will take care of them. So I'm here for you. I'm here for your student. I'm here to advocate for both of you and love you well. And I really do believe that we can do this together. And so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I know that this is a very, very, very weird and different way to have Meet the Teacher Night or our ice cream social, but just wanted you to know that I'm here for you and I can help out in any way possible. Students, I'm so excited to see you on the 24th or the 25th if you're on blended, and just know that you are so loved, and Miss Jones has missed you and Miss Stewart has missed you, and we are ready for the school year. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.